This is CBN News. Israeli military storms West Bank towns, carries out demolition on residential buildings. Here's the news in brief. Soldiers fired stun grenades and tear gas on Monday as they carried out the demolition in East Jerusalem. Palestinian officials accused Israel of a campaign of displacement in the city, saying the operation was part of a systematic attempt to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from their land. Scores of Palestinians were displaced as Israeli bulldozers tore through a four-story residential building. Activists called it the largest such demolition in the area this year. 3 bulldozers destroyed the building with 13 apartments in the Wadi Kadum neighborhood of the Silwan district, south of Jerusalem's Old City, Al Jazeera Arabic correspondents reported. Israeli forces cordoned off surrounding roads, deployed heavily across the area, and positioned security personnel on the rooftops of neighboring houses. During the operation, a young man and a teenage boy were arrested. Residents were told the demolition order was issued because the building had been constructed without a permit. Palestinians face severe obstacles in obtaining building permits due to Israel's restrictive planning policies, activists say, a policy that they assert is part of a systematic attempt to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from their land. Israel's security cabinet has recently approved the recognition of 19 new settlements in the West Bank, expanding the total number approved this year to 69, as the government continues its settlement push. The Jerusalem Governorate, affiliated with the Palestinian Authority, condemned the demolition. The building's destruction is part of a systematic policy aimed at forcibly displacing Palestinian residents and emptying the city of its original inhabitants, the governorate said in a statement. Any demolition that expels residents from their homes constitutes a clear occupation plan to replace the land's owners with settlers. The Jerusalem municipality, an Israeli authority whose jurisdiction over East Jerusalem is not recognized under international law, said the demolition was based on a 2014 court order. Israeli human rights groups Ir Amim and Bimcom said the demolition was carried out without warning, despite a scheduled meeting on Monday to discuss steps to legalize the building. This is part of an ongoing policy. This year alone, around 100 East Jerusalem families have lost their homes, the group said, calling Monday's demolition the largest of 2025. Elsewhere in the West Bank, Israeli forces damaged agricultural land and uprooted trees in the northern town of Silat al-Harithiyah. In the city of Halhul, north of Hebron, Israeli forces stormed several neighborhoods with large numbers of military vehicles, deployed sniper teams, and took up positions across the city. Al Jazeera Arabic journalists reported that Israeli vehicles entered Halhul through multiple checkpoints, including Nabi Yunus, while closing the Halhul Bridge checkpoint linking the city to Hebron. Since Israel launched its war on Gaza in October 2023, Israeli forces and settlers have also sharply escalated attacks across the West Bank. More than 1,102 Palestinians have been killed in the territory, about 11,000 wounded, and more than 21,000 arrested, according to Palestinian figures. CBN News Report. Stay tuned. Israel's genocidal war in Gaza has caused catastrophic destruction, disrupting the lives of more than 2 million Palestinians. Airstrikes have obliterated whole families and left communities displaced and vulnerable. Long queues for food distribution underscore the dire humanitarian emergency facing the territory. This has become the deadliest conflict for journalists on record, with more than 300 journalists and media workers killed in Gaza since the war began in October 2023, including Al Jazeera correspondent Anas al-Sharif. Starvation-related deaths are increasing as restrictions and military operations exacerbate a critical food shortage throughout Gaza. According to the Palestinian Ministry of Health in Gaza, at least 475 people, including 165 children, have died from malnutrition. During Israel's war, nearly all of Gaza's hospitals and healthcare facilities have come under attack, with at least 125 health facilities damaged, including 34 hospitals. Hundreds of thousands of people have been forced to seek refuge in temporary shelters and overcrowded camps. Flooding this month has further deteriorated conditions throughout the already devastated region. This is CBN News Report, bringing you the latest world news update. Thank you for watching.